Didi Said So, and I'm back with a schedule live. So if you are new here, first off, if you're watching a replay, thank you. I do these schedule lives every Sunday between the times of 10:30. I'm a little bit late today because I had to get a nap today. Some Sundays I do go out, and some Sundays I get home at a nice time. I got home around 8 something, and I had to get a nap. Because I wasn't going to stay up to 10:30 and still try to stay up to do this. So I started a little bit late, so I am going to end a little bit late. My goal is to end by 12, but the least I can go, or the latest I can go past is to 12:15. So whether someone joins or not, I know some people do watch the replay and go over their schedules. During this live, I'll go over my 5 things that help me become more organized. Hey Shayna, and that is my reading list, my budget, my meal plan, my schedule, and my goals. And I started off by going with what went well the previous week, what I did, what I didn't do, and then I kind of set myself up for success for the upcoming week. Talking about like what kind of meals I'm going to make, what books I plan on reading, that things of that nature. And then also because I'm currently not going live on TikTok, you kind of get the face to face over here. So there you have it. I didn't want to be totally disconnected with going live, but I figured if I go live on here, this may boost my watch hours, and who knows. Shayna, how are you feeling? How was your weekend? So I'm going to set up all my papers and everything. I will bring the computer in later. I got to drink. I got Canada Dry, but then I also got some water. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm still going to put on some lip gloss because I want to. Excuse me. Girl, exhausted at work. I'm pretty good. I've been battling with finding out that I ain't really got no friends like that, and that I'm gonna be spending a lot of more time alone, and I don't like that. Like, that was a young lady that I became more acquainted with. Her birthday is Monday, and she was supposed to go to brunch for her birthday on Friday, and then we were supposed to meet up on Saturday morning. I have absolutely no plans. Like, it's very rare that I don't plan something. And do I always have to be outside? No. But like going outside could literally be going to the gym, taking a walk, I don't know, going to a coffee shop. Like, it doesn't have to be something that spends a lot of money. But when I'm in the house, my thoughts run rapid. I'm currently not on social media presently. Like, if you see the videos that I've been posting on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook are videos that I had planned already. I just deleted Instagram and Facebook off my phone because I was comment watching. I like to try to like protect my family and my following from negative comments. I know negative comments are going to happen, but just because you have something negative to say doesn't mean that I have to leave it on my page. So if you got something negative to say, this your week to run rapid, because I will only be getting on Facebook and Instagram when I'm physically on the computer, and I'll try not to do that as much. Hey, how are you? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over like what we did this weekend. It's kind of like a recap. If you did not know, I do. We all do. I hope we do. I do vlogs once a week, and Sunday was my regular posting schedule, but because I'm lazy, and that's just pretty much what it is, I be making excuses. I really don't edit along the week like I should. I always wait till the day of or the day before to try to edit a whole hour vlog. And that's why it takes me so long to post. So I still haven't edited the whole video. I maybe edited 15 minutes of a 40-minute video, and I have to post it tomorrow. So after I get off live, I am going to stay up for a little bit to try to edit as much as I can, and I'll try to edit the rest tomorrow. But in case they call me into work, I'm trying to prep myself if I want to go, because at my job, I don't have to go in if they call me, but working in the morning is better for me when I have things that I want to do in the evening. And I want to say about a month and a half ago, I switched from every other morning every other Monday morning to all Monday evenings because my coworker, she's transitioning to retiring, and I was trying to make it easier, her schedule easier for her, so she only works Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But then I was finding out that she wasn't coming in on Monday, or she was calling off. And there's only certain coworkers that would call me in to work knowing that they needed a secretary. For those who don't know, I'm a secretary. Knowing that they needed a secretary in the morning. And it was pissing me off a little bit because, like, I'm a willing worker. I work hard. Like, if you call me in, I'll come in. Like, there's no reason for you to be beating around the bush or not calling me. But if you want to play ball, we can play ball. The way is literally just me and my sister. I gave up on Face Friends a minute ago. It's sad. I do give a shout out to my friend Lexi Tenfolds, but Lexi has a life outside of me. Like, she has a best friend, she has other friends, she has a guy that she's dated, she has family. She's like really busy, and I can't depend on and lean on her to go to every little thing with me. So we have our once a month friendly meetings, and sometimes we link up a little bit more. We fell off a little bit with the gym because, if you know, when I went to Atlanta, I broke my not broke. I sprained my ankle, and that took me back a little bit. But I will be getting back in the gym this week. Everlasting Bass said, "Good Lord, woman, is you spoken for?" I ain't gonna say nothing. No, well, no comment, or I plead the fifth. Hey, Tara. Hi, how are you? Welcome in, everybody. If you're just joining, I'm doing a schedule live. I do these every Sunday where I talk about my week and how I get organized for the week. And we can bounce ideas off stuff, things that I've learned, how I've learned how to save money on groceries, finances, my reading schedule, and things of that nature. So I appreciate you being here. If you want to stick around, you have any questions, respectfully, I know my teeth is jacked up. Let's get that elephant out the room. And I'm not talking about my weight. But we just here to have a good time, and if you're not, you can leave or you can get blocked. I don't think you can play music on YouTube, so I'm not gonna do that. But let's just start off with what we did this week. All right, so we are going over week February 16th through the 22nd. So I do my weeks Monday through Sunday. So my meal plan for this week, meaning what I made a salad. My mom, I do stay with my parents. My mom made lamb one day, and I just made a salad to go with the lamb. I made Buffalo Wild Wings garlic parmesan pasta, chicken pasta. It was something that was floating around on TikTok, like one of the viral meals, and I think I overdid it because I like parmesan garlic is like a tangy, in your face type of seasoning, and I don't really think I liked it. Hey, Bobby. But I'll eat it because I made it. Um, every other week I like to. Okay, every other week I like to. Hey, Fatima, is it Fatima? Hey, Paula, I don't know if I'm personally okay with that, but it doesn't bother me. I'm not trying to get at you, and I don't want you. But that's your business, not mine. Every other week, I try to do one breakfast item, whether it's like sausage and biscuit gravy, or it's like a waffle, like try to switch it up besides the whole boiled egg toast, stuff like that. So I made strawberry chocolate chip pancakes yesterday. Um, and I'm a baker. I'm trying to get away from saying I'm trying to be a baker or I want to be a dancer. Like, I'm just gonna say I am what I am and I is what I is. And if you care to differ, that's on you. Ain't got nothing to do with me. So my baking that I did this week was a cream cheese pound cake. And it was really good, if I do say so myself. And I only had one piece. I'm practicing, or I'm in my practicing mode, so I take a lot of the treats that I make to work, which I'm gonna stop doing. They done pissed me off for the last time. You wanna play with me in my time? No more sweets for you. And then, like, I leave some for my family. Um, da da da. My friend dates this week. Me and my friend, we was originally supposed to go to a coffee shop last Monday, and I did end up going into work to help them a little bit. And I was going to go out after I got off work, but I hadn't worked on a Monday morning in a long time, and I didn't realize how tiring it was working there. Thank you so much, Paula. I appreciate it. I didn't realize how tiring it was working in the morning, so when I got home, I went to sleep. And that's mostly what I do when I work in the morning, unless I have the only way to get me to go out after work is if I like bought a ticket or somewhere. So that's that. So I did have to reschedule that. There was this event at my library. My library is pretty cool. They do candle making classes. Um, they do painting sips. They do book club and things of that nature. Are you a mom? I am not. I don't have any kids. Um, so they had like a paint and sip type class, and I went to the library and I told them that I was there for the class, and the lady at the front desk was like, "Oh, you know the instructor, she left." So I was like, I don't want to waste a trip. I don't want to go back home. I'm just gonna stay, use the library, use the computers, and stuff like that. So I stayed to use the computer, and the lady comes back. They have the class and everything. So I literally stayed like 10 minutes before the library closed. I'm packing my stuff to leave, and she's like, "Oh, hey, I didn't know you were here." And I'm like, "Yeah, the lady told me that you left." And she was like, "No, we were in the back. Did you go to the back?" And I was like, "No, I didn't go to the back because she told me you left." So it was the lady at the front desk fault that I missed the class. But um, do you have any tips for anyone that might be struggling with staying celibate? Don't put yourself into temptation. Don't, if you know that like you get aroused by being around people or like the opposite sex or same sex, whatever whatever's your thing. Just try not to put yourself in situations to be tempted. That's pretty much all that I can say. That's because I don't know if it's celibate or abstinent, because I don't really know the distinct meaning, but I just try not to put myself in situations where I'll be tempted to complete the act, if that makes sense. And if you're talking to someone, make sure that they know the boundaries, because some people they'll try to test you. They'll be like, "Oh, are you really celibate? Like, are you really?" And then they'll do little things to try to tempt you and like put you in a place where you're gonna give in. Just don't put yourself in that position. Um, Books that I read this week. I am an avid reader, and I took a scale back to kind of like focus on, not really focus on like watching movies and stuff like that, but I haven't watched movies like that in 3 years. So when I say movies, I mean like Netflix, Peacock, Tubi. Like if a movie came out in theaters that I want to see, I went to go see it. So this week I watched Duplicity, but it's a Terry Tyler Perry movie about a woman whose husband is unalive by a cop, and how she's going through the motions of trying to get a settlement. Her best friend is her lawyer, and it's a whole thing. It's like plot twists and things of that nature. It says I'm talking to this guy and he keeps telling me to go over his place, and it makes me a little bit nervous. Yeah, if you think that it's going to tempt you, or you're going to be tempted to do something you don't want to do, then yeah, like why is me coming over to your place the only form of us hanging out? Like, and dates doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be you flying me in a helicopter. It could be us going to the library, the bookstore, getting coffee. Like it could be like low medium dates where you're out in public and you're not in a dark room. Like even the movies can be tempting too, where you feel like you have to do something. Hey Highlander, welcome in. So I watched Duplicity, I actually liked it. And then I watched this movie that's on Amazon Prime called Finding Joy. It's about a young lady who is talking to this guy, and she has feelings for him, but he has like mixed signals. And he takes her back to his family, and there's an unexpected turn that happens. She winds up stranded, and she winds up staying in this cabin with this guy that saved her for like a week. And then, of course, because they're spending time together, they're liking each other, they're getting to know each other. But back home, she's a fashion designer, or she's like underneath the fashion designer. He's stealing all her ideas, and she's like being very behind the background. She has these two best friends, or two roommates, because her friends was pissing me off. I was like, it was giving like, who needs enemies when you have friends like that? Amanda and Lydia. Amanda was semi, but Lydia, she's one of them. But like Lydia's one of the people like avidly speak her mind, and sometimes it's okay because like we want you to tell the truth to your friends, but we don't want you to be rude about it. You know what I'm saying? So like her bluntness and how she just like really didn't give a care how Joy was feeling was pissing me off. But it was a good movie. I did like it. I was going to go watch The GOAT. The GOAT is an animated movie that just came out. I think it's like Stephen Curry. What's the one country singer, Jelly Roll, and a few other people are doing. I think Jennifer Lewis. So I still may go this week. I may go Tuesday because Tuesday is kind of like I think $6 movie day. So I may go a Tuesday morning viewing to go check out the movie. But the books that I read, I read Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy. She's the author of I'm Glad My Mom Died. And oh snap, my Snapchat video got 100 views. And that's the highest video. That's the highest viewed video that I've had since I've been posting my shorts on Snapchat. Interesting. She's the author of Glad My Mom Died. It's a story about a 17-year-old girl who was having an affair or a sexual relationship with her teacher. It's really pungent. It's really in your face, hard hitting. It may be a little bit hard to like digest at some points. Like there are sexual scenes that is taking place, and it's a bit much, but it's a 5-hour audio if you listen to it, and I'm pretty sure it's around 3 to 5 hour read, depending on your reading speed, if you were to read the book. The other book that I read, for those who don't know, I do read on my lives. I read 1 or 2 books a month. I've currently read One of Us is Dead. I read The Bridesmaid, and I read The Patient. Someone said, "How are you doing, Miss Dee Dee?" I'm doing great so much. How are you? And someone said, "And make him throw in snacks and gas. Men love to be out of service." Men love to be of service. I don't know what happened to your first message, but that's the second message that came through. And this week we read Dear Debbie. Dear Debbie's by Frida McFadden. We read a lot of the books in her catalog, and we will continue to read a few of her books this year. It's about a young lady who has, she is like an analyst. Levi said, "Praise God, I am looking for a godly wife. I hope that you find it. Are you single? I am not. So I am not the wife for you." No. Hold on. Communication is key, of course. Tell them how you feel so you can enjoy yourself. Absolutely. Hold on. Someone's asking me about high yield saving account right now. Is this your high yield saving account or your bank? Child, that's gonna happen. Trying to make apples out of oranges. Okay. So we did finish Dear Debbie. So I read 2 books this week. I also started Great Big Beautiful Life. Wait, did I say I got interrupted? Dear Debbie is about a young lady who has like a column like Dear Debbie where people write to her and she writes back to them, giving them advice on what to do with their garden, how to deal with their husband, their family. She currently is married and she has 2 kids. Her husband is suspected to be cheating on her with a friend that she met at the gym. It's a lot of plot twists and turns that happens towards the end, and it makes you say, wow, Dear Debbie has a way of dealing with things or dealing with people who comes against her and her family, and she ain't playing. Dear Debbie was something else. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I need her in my life. For real, like I need Debbie to take care of a few things. That's going to happen no matter who you choose. The lady said that her high yield savings account, the interest rate went down. So I need to switch. I need to switch banks. I'm like, the interest rate is gonna go down. It's gonna happen everywhere you go. So like Allie is not the only one that's going down. I have American Express. They went down. And you can have more than one high yield savings account. If they text me one more time, be like, "I'm live. I'll talk to you later," because I always make myself readily available for people that don't do the same thing for me, and I need to learn boundaries. Okay. I did post my vlog on Monday. So if you like vlogs, you just want to support, even if you just put the video on, let it play, walk away from your phone or your tablet, that does help. So I did post that in the vlog. Next vlog that I post will hopefully be tomorrow. I am working on doing a second video like for the week that's either going to be posted on Wednesday or Friday. I know for a fact April, because April is financial literacy month, that each week I'm going to be posting a financial topic like how to budget, how to save money on groceries. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. The difference between a debt avalanche and a debt snowball. Excuse me, it's the pop. And I got those videos lined up for April. For March, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I do have a couple of like road trips coming up in March. So I do like to travel, and that's a big part of my content as far as like the videos that I'm excited to put out. Thank you so much, Cookie Monster, and I hope you have a lovely night and sleep well. I'm here. You can check out my content if you choose to at a later time, and I appreciate it. Child, I be trying to read y'all comments, but I be forgetting what I be talking about before I read the comment. But anywho, whatever I said, post a blog. That it is what it is. We finna move on. I'm finna set up the laptop. I'm finna log into my devices. I'm going to pull up my stuff, and we're gonna talk about each category that I just mentioned one by one as we get ready and prep for this week. Coming up, or that we're currently in. Okay. Does anybody have any questions while I set up? I can answer your question. Please be nice. You don't have to be nice to me, but you don't have to be here either. The thing about it is I'm really nice. I'm a nice person till I don't have to be. And I know people are not going to be pleased or aesthetic about seeing my face or tell me that I need to do this, I need to do that. But I also didn't ask you to be here. So if I am displeasing to you, there's something that you can do about it. And if you don't know how to do it, I will do it for you. So we are going to pull up the reading list. We're going to do that first. So I used to print out a lot of stuff. I am a hoarder and I am a paper waster, and I'm trying to get away from that. So a lot of stuff that I used to write out a lot, I have started to do digitally. And one of those is my reading list. Every month I used to print out my reading list to like see the books that I'm reading, but since I'm only planning on reading between 2 to 6 books a month, I don't really need to print out a whole thing for 2 books. So I just put it in my in the computer in a Google Doc. So I log into my library because what I do is I have Libby. So if you did not know what Libby is an app where you can like check out books, ebooks, magazines, newspaper articles, and things of that nature. And you get about 14 days, depending on how your library works, to check out these books, and you can listen to them, you can read them, and then you return them back to the library. So I do a mix of trying to request the book for audio on Libby, and then requesting the physical book for my library. I put it on hold so that when the book is ready, they just send me an email. I go pick it up and I leave. I don't necessarily have to peruse around my library if I don't want to. So let me pull all that up. And we're going to pick 2 books to read this week. Boop, 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 boop. Lift him up, lift him up. You know, up and down. All right. So while that's loading, this week I read Dear Debbie and Half His Age. So for next week, I plan to read Great Big Beautiful Life, because I didn't finish it this week. If you would like to read, let me know in the comments what type of books you like to read. I know we're going to read Death Row. Yes, I'm actually going to be reading it tomorrow. I'm going to be starting tomorrow. So the other book that I plan on reading is called Cursed Daughters. It's by Oyinkan Braithwaite. Great Big Beautiful Life is written by Emily Henry. I have a love-hate relationship with Emily Henry because I feel like her plot is always the same, so to speak. And she comes out with a new book every year. So it's like, take a break. But who am I to tell an author to take a break? Like, if she want to write, let her write. So I recently read Funny Story by Emily Henry. I want to say a week and a half ago, and I really liked it. It's my top three. So Great Big Beautiful Life. It's taken me a while to get into it. It's about two authors or two journalists that are coming together to write a book for this lady who seems to be like really known in the media. And she wants to do a tell all, but she wants to work with each of them for a month before she decides who's going to get a chance to write her book. But as they continue to be in the same room with each other, working with each other, of course, they start a budding relationship, and it's like a romance kind of sort of. It's given like Seven Husbands of Emily Hugo, but she's choosing to talk to two different journalists during this time to fill them out to find out who she wants to work with. And they're both feeling like they really need this job. The guy needs the job to elevate his career. The girl, she wants the job to elevate her career. And it's just like a little bit of a slower read. So normally some books I'm like num, eat it up. Like if I could read a Freedom McFadden book in one setting, I would, but because I'm reading it on live, I can't sit here and read online for 8 hours. If I could, I would, but I'm not going to do that. So you get an hour a day. But yes, Cursed Daughters. I don't know what it's about, but one of my mutuals said it was good, so I put it on the list. Um, was it this week? I did read Dominion the other week. If you were here, I think I mentioned that it wasn't my favorite. It took me a while to get into the plot, and I was a little bit lost, so that was what it was with that. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna finish it this week, but I do plan on reading Empty Vows. Empty Vows is by Mary Monroe. Empty Vows is the second installment to the first book called Mrs. Wiggins. Um, and I think it picks right back up from where it left off. So I'm excited to see where that goes. And that's what we have. So those are the three books. Technically it's four, but I don't think I'm gonna read all four. We bake once a week, so what should we bake this week? I really need to go through my pantry to find out what I have. But I really want to make this cream cheese. I know I did cream cheese pound cake last week or this week, but I really want to do a cookies and cream cake. Hey Birdie, how are you? I'm gonna put it down, and if I wind up changing it, then I just change it. I hear cream cheese. I mean, man, that cream cheese pound cake was so good. I was like, I only need to have one piece because I put literally a pound of sugar in it. But it's like, it's a pound cake. Like, what do you expect? But it was really good. I kind of want to do cupcakes or cookies or something. But I think I'm going to stick with the cakes. Okay, so let me type this in the computer for the reading list. So we have Great Big Beautiful Life. Cursed Daughters. Not me writing Dear Debbie again. Death Row and Empty Vows. If you have Netflix or not Peacock, Netflix, Amazon Prime, let me know in the comments what's some movies that you watched recently that were really good. I love a good action movie. I like action and romance or like a rom-com. So those been my genres that I've been watching lately. And it's just like one of those days, like either after work or one day that I'm just chilling, I kind of just sit down and just pick a movie to watch. So I got a chance to watch an action movie and a rom-com this week. So Cursed Daughters, definitely by Frida McFadden, and Empty Vows by Mary Monroe. And if I didn't say it already, thank you so much for being here. You could be anywhere that you want to be, but you took the time out to be here with me, so I appreciate it. And if you're watching a replay, thank you again, because I know some people like to watch the replay. I try. That's why I try not to have it more than an hour, because I know that some people watch the replay, but I thank you all anyway. Okay, so we did that. Let's pull up goals. So I tried to come up with like 3 goals that I would like to work on for that week. But I haven't really been succeeding with that. So we're just gonna play that by ear. So on my habit tracker, I write things that I either want to get better at doing daily or like more than 3 times a week. So we're gonna write down the gym. We're gonna write down make coffee. We're gonna write down wash the dishes. That's kind of like part of my routine. I don't need to like make it a habit, but like the people that I stay with, it's inevitable that I'm not washing dishes every day. We're gonna put cook. We're gonna put creative short, because I am trying to do more shorts on YouTube. And I need to start doing like more shorts, more of the type of shorts that I would do on TikTok, but just doing them on YouTube, even though I'm not on TikTok actively right now. But I'm only gonna like allow myself to try to do at least 4 shorts this week. And I didn't do any devotional reading last week, so I have to ante up this week. So gym, we're gonna say 3 times. Coffee, we're gonna say 4. Dishes, we're gonna say 5. Cook, we're gonna say 2. Short, we're gonna say 3. I always try to keep it like the lowest, that way that I can hit the mark, but if I do more, then that's great. And devotional reading, we're gonna say 3, because I typically try to do my devotional reading when I come home from the gym, which is why I haven't been doing it. And just because I'm not going to the gym does not mean that I shouldn't be reading my Bible. So that's just on me. Need to get more discipline with that. Let's pull up the meal plan. I'm just trying to pull up everything so that I can like consecutively roll through it and we can talk about it as we go. Grocery list. Alright. So we have okay, that's the meal plan. This is the budget, which is last. We got our content schedule and our regular schedule. Regular schedule programming. And then we have our goals. Good morning, my friend. How are you today, sugar? Hey, Tayson. I hope I said that right. I'm doing wonderful. Glad to be here and glad to have you with me. I also have like my March budget and my March schedule, because I like to not necessarily be 1 month ahead, but I like to be like, I don't like to wait until like the last day of the month to start preparing for the next month, because I'm the type of person, I'm proactive. So like now, so like in January, I was looking for events and stuff that I wanted to go to in February, so I had those locked in. If we locked in, ain't no switching up. So for March, I do the same thing. In February, I'm looking at concerts, comedy shows, things to do in my library, just fun little stuff that I like to do to make sure that a day like yesterday don't happen. Now, I'm an outgoing person. I like to go out and enjoy myself. It doesn't have to be a thing that spends a lot of money. I could have literally went to the library yesterday and been happy, but I was in the house the whole day yesterday, and it was so uncomfortable, which is something that I'm learning to get uncomfortable with being alone. Not lonely, because I mean my family was here. Me and my mom watched the movie together. Um, I didn't have to cook because I cooked on Friday. Like, it was just like the thing about being home. Like, my phone was drier than the Sahara Desert. Like, nobody messaged me yesterday. And I'm like in this period where like it's really frustrating to always be the person reaching out to other people. So it's like it's literally no point for me to have. Because I was like, nobody's calling me, nobody's texting me, and I was set. I'm talking about setting my feelings yesterday. So I was like, nah, I can't do that again for March. So not that I have to do anything elaborate. And I did have the option to go out, go to the movies or do something, but like I was just like didn't want to go out by myself. Now, mind you, I don't mind going out by myself if I plan to do it. And I know that sounds weird. Like, just go. Like, if you were gonna go with somebody, you was gonna go. No, if I was gonna go with somebody, I plan to go with somebody. If I'm going to do something by myself, 9 times out of 10, I plan it. So yesterday was me trying to be spontaneous, knowing that that never works for me, and I ended up sitting at home. But the key thing is I saved money because I made breakfast. I would have spent like maybe $20, $25 at IHOP. I would have spent like $8 at the movies. So it's like bittersweet knowing that I could have went out and did something, but then I chose to stay home so that I could save some money. Me, my phone literally never rings. Most time I love it, but sometimes it's just dang. Yeah, it's like it just like made me aware. And I mean, there's not like a plethora of people that I text all the time, but I was just looking at like the timelines, and I'm not trying to be like eye for eye, tooth for a tooth, no pun intended. But it's just like if the last time I messaged you on February 17th, like I'm literally, and then like the stuff that people text me for, if they do text me, it's transactional. Like it's like, hey, um, my bank dropped they APY, so I might have to switch banks. Or it's like, hey, do you have $20 for tomorrow? No, I don't have $20 tomorrow. Like, what gave me the impression that you thought that I had the money to give to you? It's like, hey, what book are you reading now? I need some recommendations. What happened to hello? How are you? My name is. And the funny thing about it is, I don't even be trying to be funny. It's just like, I guess my approach or something like that. All right, so let's go. Okay, so do I want to do schedule? Do I want to do meal plan? Let's go with meal plan. And then we'll go over, we'll do meal plan and then we'll do schedule. Sounds like me because friends don't hit me up until nighttime to hang out. And by that time, I'm a moo. Like, and it's the type of people that know that I'm a planner. They be trying to do stuff last minute. So it's like I feel like this season, year, whatever, I'm looking at how people treat me and how I allow people to treat me. Because if I'm allowing myself to still respond whenever they call, even though I haven't heard from them, or whenever they text, even though I haven't heard from them in a while, and then it's like if I go off the grid. Like, say, for instance, like, I've been texting you, keeping in touch with you, and then I go off the grid. All of a sudden, I'm the one that's acting funny because I'm treating you like you treat me. Like, I literally could cut my phone off. And I deleted Facebook and I deleted Instagram because I know people be page watching. As long as they see you posting on your page, they're like, oh, she alive. Like, everything is good. And not to say that things are innately bad when I'm not posting. It's just that I'm not posting right now. But that's when people want to reach out like, oh, are you okay? Like, no, I'm not okay. Do you want to talk about it? Probably I want to talk about it yesterday. Literally somebody reached out to me and they was like, oh, if you ever need anything, I'm here to talk. I was like, well, I wish you were here yesterday. And they was like, oh, that's deep. And I was like, it is, but I don't want to talk about it no more. And then this then it's the thing that I'm taking my power back, quote unquote, where I'm telling them like, you don't get to be there after the fact. Like, I needed you yesterday. It's great that you offered. It's great that you said that you were here, but you're not here when I need you. You're here in the convenience of you to, like, I guess, what's the word? Hit up your guilty conscience because you know you haven't actively been there. And I know there's going to be people in my life that's not actively there. I'm not talking about them people. And maybe I do feel be in my feelings for people that I wish were more actively there, but realizing that they not that type of person. And I'm like, well, dang, it is what it is. Okay, enough babble jabble. Babble jabble jabble babble. Um, all right, let's go meal plan. So if this is your first time here, or even if it's not and you need a little refresher, I'm going to tell you how I go about saving money on groceries and just like getting myself together when it comes to planning and prepping or making my meals, because I don't like to cook I don't like to cook, for those who don't know. So I try to make it where I don't have to cook every day. I tend to make meals that have leftovers for up to 2 to 3 days. And if you're not a leftover person, you either just gonna have to cook every day, or I don't know what to tell you. Because some people just absolutely don't like leftovers. So I'm the type of person to encourage people to save money, but not to like just like deprive yourself. If you like to eat out, I would say instead of using Grubhub and um Uber Eats, like places that's going to charge you these extra convenience fees. If you're going to eat out, but go pick up your food. Like if you went through some people bank accounts to see how much they spend on like food services, you'd be baffled. If you know that you don't like to cook like that, make your eating out budget more. If you know you like to cook but you want to indulge every once in a while, you could do the cook or like have lunch Monday through Thursday method, and then like do a takeout on Friday method. Whatever works for you. But I coined the term IMG, which stands for Inventory, Meal Plan, and Grocery List, where you take inventory of what you have in your house, you make a meal plan based off the inventory at the house, and you make a grocery list based off the meal. You make a grocery list based off the meal plan and the inventory. So I have an inventory checklist. I did this for my family, based off of the items that we regularly have in our fridge and our freezer. So just some examples for our freezer, we always need to have staple items like bacon, sausage, ground turkey, chicken, pork chops, salmon, burgers, fries, ice cream. My dad likes to have ice cream. Frozen vegetables, frozen fruit, butter, stuff like that. Fridge is like different condiments, mayo, relish, ketchup, tartar sauce, things of that nature. Our dairy, eggs, milk, butter, yogurt, sour cream, cream cheese, our produce, yellow onions, red onions, mushrooms, salad, lettuce, spinach, our fruit, strawberries, grapes, apples, a few meats, hot dogs, lunch meat, and then like our canned stuff, biscuits, croissant rolls, and then salad dressing is a big thing. We have like 7 salad dressings in the house. So I created an inventory. I wanted to do the inventory once a week, but I just started doing the inventory right before I'm about to go grocery shopping. So I pretty much eyeball what we have in the fridge, so I don't have to do inventory every week, because when I do inventory, I pull everything out. If I don't create a day for that, or I don't plan for it, it can be kind of exhausting just doing it on a whim. So I just kind of eyeball it. I'm like, oh, we got a bell pepper going bad. Let me make some fajitas, or let me make stuffed bell pepper, something like that. And I tend to do one big grocery haul at the beginning of the month, so that I know what kind of meals that I want to make, and I know which produce is going to go bad first, etc., etc. So I take inventory first. And then based off of inventory, I make a meal plan. So say for instance, if I see some sausage in the freezer and I see some biscuits in the refrigerator, I'm like, oh, I can make sausage, biscuit, and gravy. Now I go through the pantry to find out if I have the flour and the salt and the pepper. Like flour, salt, pepper, those type of things I normally have at the house. So if I have the sausage and I don't have the biscuits will go on my grocery list. So I have a master grocery list. This is something I also came up with because fortunately, I don't know if it's fortunately, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of allergies in my family. So we probably just have things that we don't like. The only thing that I really don't like is tomatoes. I don't know. I don't think no one's writing a comment. So it's broken down into categories of fruits, produce slash veggies, dairy, meat slash seafood, frozen foods, bakery and bread, drinks, canned items, pasta slash rice, bacon slash spices, and condiments, snacks, and crackers. Having this list kind of helps me, and doing the inventory kind of helps me with cutting down on those multiple buys. Like, just because you have a list at the grocery store doesn't mean that you're naturally saving money, because you may put peanut butter on that list because you didn't have time to do inventory, and you get at home, you already have peanut butter. Not to say that you're like losing money, but like depending on what the item is, because peanut butter is a shelf item, it lasts a little bit longer. But if you're buying mushrooms and you already have mushrooms at home, you're more than likely to let some of that die unless you're just going to be eating a lot of mushroom style meals over the next week and a half. So this is the master list, and I'm talking about everything you could imagine. So all the fruits, apples, cherries, grapes, lemons, mango, melons, oranges, pineapple, strawberries, like any type of fruit that we like. All of the veggies, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, onion, salad, spinach, tomatoes, just to give you an example. And then every week, as I see stuff dwindling and getting low, I will put it on the grocery list. Like the point is to kind of know what you have and what you need, not waiting to absolutely run out. I don't want you to like wait till you get to the last spoon of the peanut butter to be like, oh, I need peanut butter. If you know the peanut butter is running a little low, or you know those different items that your family tends to eat and use a lot, that's the stuff that should always be on your current grocery list. So on my current grocery list as of right now, I have bacon bits because I like to make salads. I could make bacon and I could just chop it up, but like, why would I do? I don't have to. I don't want to do that all the time. Tuna, confectionate sugar because they're running low. Regular sugar, rice, buffalo sauce, cooking spray, vanilla extract, chocolate chips. So these are things that I'm using regularly as a baker and someone who's the primary cooker or primary person who cooks in the house. I know when we're getting low and we're about to run out of things, so I put them on a current grocery list, and I also put a list on the refrigerator because if I don't tend to go to the grocery store as much as my family does. When we do that big grocery shopping haul, I may go to the grocery store 2 more times in a 6 week span, and it's just to pick up items that we didn't get in the main grocery store haul because they didn't have it. So, say for instance, the last grocery store, I'm gonna start writing it down. The last grocery store haul we did was, I want to say, January. I'm really, really serious about that 6 weeks. Like, I'm not doing a big grocery shopping haul until 6 weeks. Um, let's go. I know I took a picture, but we got to see. So the last time we did a big grocery shopping list haul was January 8th. I still have a few meals that I want to make so that I don't have to go to the grocery store again until either this week or next week. So that's what I'm going to be looking at today. And then things like eggs, milk, because as I'm looking at it, things like eggs, milk, bread, juice, coffee, little grapes, strawberries, stuff that we like to eat more frequently that we may not have. That's what we'll get, or we'll shift. We'll take shifts going to the grocery store to get those little items every other couple weeks. I don't trust my mama to go grocery shopping by herself because she spends way too much money, and that's originally why I started taking over the grocery shopping haul. Because she went to the grocery store to get a few things and spent $120. And when we went to do the big grocery shopping haul on January 8th, we spent $240, meaning that we both spent $120 so each for all of the stuff that we got. So you went and got a few things and spent the same amount that you spent for the big haul that we got. But I digress, because if she want to go grocery shopping, that means I don't have to. And that means the further I can push back the big grocery shopping haul, and the further I don't have to worry about spending my money. Call it selfish, call it what you want, but that is what it is. So we did the inventory. We then wrote a grocery list. I did it backwards. I also have a list of meal plans based off of my family's liking or myself liking. My stepdad, he is allergic to seafood, so if I make a seafood type dish, I know 10 times out of 10, it's only going to be for my mom. So I may not make as much, knowing that like I probably don't want to eat shrimp tacos for 3 days in a row. I'll just make enough tacos for either myself or make a little bit extra for my mom to have. But I have it broken down into categories of breakfast, smoothies, soups and salads, appetizers, lunch/dinner. I even have it broken down by protein like chicken, ground turkey, salmon, shrimp, and pork chops. And then I have desserts, a list of desserts, and that's what I play off of when I do my one dessert for the week. So that's what we have. So again, inventory, meal plan, grocery list. Does anybody have any questions about that before we move on? So while y'all writing questions in the comments, if you have any questions, I'm going to tell you what I plan on making this week. Okay. Okay, tomorrow is the 23rd. Okay. So, I don't have to cook tomorrow, which is Monday, because I did make the Buffalo Wild Wings garlic parmesan chicken pasta. So I will have that for tomorrow. Now, if I want to, I could just make like a little side salad to go with that, which I may do. Um, the days where I don't really feel like making anything and I just want to have like a little cheat meal, I could do hamburgers and fries, or I could do turkey sandwich and chips. Now I do need to go to the grocery store to get some ground beef because I do want to make lasagna soup. I normally make like a regular lasagna, but I do pick up some meals that I see off TikTok, and one of the key steps that I didn't mention is like printing out your recipes. So if I see something that I want to make, even if I don't make it that week, I always print it out. So this recipe that I have is actually for a crab grilled cheese. I bought some imitation crab. I don't want to advise this, but I bought some imitation crab from my grocery store, and I have to look at the expiration date. I think it expires this week, so I'm going to like push that up on the meal plan, and I'm going to make the effort to make crab grilled cheese sandwiches this week, probably Tuesday. Um, and then I also have some pork chops so that I can do ranch style pork chops with like a side of mashed potatoes, peas, or something like that. So Monday, I'm not making anything. Tuesday, we'll do. Well, Monday I'll make the salad. Tuesday we'll do the grilled cheese. Wednesday we'll do the lasagna soup, and I also want to make some peach cobbler egg rolls. Do I work Thursday? I'll probably do the peach cobbler egg rolls on Thursday. Um, on Thursday we're gonna do crescent wrapped chicken and white rice. Friday. Hopefully I won't have to cook on Friday, but so Saturday we're gonna do the turkey sandwich because I know that's gonna be a day that I have to get up early. So while I'm making my breakfast, I can do turkey sandwiches, and then Friday will probably be a leftover day. Oh, so we're not gonna do the pork chops this week. Pork chops are still an option, but we'll do the pork chops next week. I have to check the crescent rolls to find out when they expired. If they don't expire to next week, then I'll do it next week. But if not, I'll do the crescent wrapped chicken, Parmesan chicken, and white rice. So my grocery list, because I am going to have to go to the grocery list to pick up a few things. I just need ground turkey for the lasagna. Oh, and spinach. Ground turkey, spinach, and then rice. And then I'm going to put juice because I like to get juice when I go to the store because my family, like, it's different spurts where they like to buy pop. And I'm the type of person, if I see it, I'm going to drink it. I don't have that type of willpower. Pop is definitely my weakness. Like, I will pass up sweets before I pass up pop. So, let me get some juice. Do my goblin, juice. We're going to post a vlog tomorrow. So, just to recap, Monday we're going to make a salad to go with our pasta. Tuesday we're going to make a crab grilled cheese. We have some chips to go with that. Wednesday we're gonna do lasagna soup. And then Thursday we're either gonna do the pork chops or we're gonna do the chicken. So my goal is to go to the grocery store Wednesday when I leave the gym. So if I don't go to the gym Wednesday, no lasagna soup. Then we'll make the pork chops. So that's kind of how it goes. Like I just need to know if I'm gonna make the pork chops so I can take them out because you know they gotta thaw out. So and then crescent wrap chicken or the pork chops, and then we're also gonna do peach cobbler egg rolls. And then Friday we're gonna do leftovers. Saturday is going to be turkey sandwiches. And then if I feel like no, I won't feel like cooking. Sunday will probably be turkey sandwiches again. I'm not hard on like having to eat a struggle meal twice. So there we have it. Salad, turkey sandwich, grilled cheese, crescent wrap chicken, and optional pork chops. All right, so it's 12:38. So we're going to move on to schedule. When I look at my schedule for the week, this helps with like noticing what birthdays are coming up, any events that may be coming up, things of that nature. So, oh, I also didn't mention I got this weekly planner from Amazon. I haven't seen if it's still on Amazon to add it to my Amazon storefront in case anybody wanted it. But I used to print out my weekly schedule and I'm trying to cut back on paper. Somebody got this for me as a gift, and it's a lifesaver because it's lightweight. I can put it in my book bag or purse, and I can like check it daily to find out like what are my goals. I write it in pencil so I can write some stuff down, but then I can also switch it up. So this week I have a Zoom to attend with Wayfair. I'm a partner with Wayfair, the furniture company, but I have no Wayfair items. So like I don't know if they just added me because of the number of following that I have, but it's hard to kind of get people to buy something from an establishment where you don't own any products. So like you just like go shop and use my code. Can't do that all the time. So that's on Tuesday. I'm going to a candlelight concert. Going to a candlelight concert with my cousin. We were supposed to go back in December, I think. And that was the day that it snowed really bad in Chicago. December or January, I can't remember. And we were still all geared up to go to the concert because we had spent our money, but they canceled it for us. And then to compensate, they gave us front row tickets to whatever show that we decided to go to next. Now we did sign up to go see Justin Timberlake, but she really did want to see Adele, so we will be going to the candlelight concert for Adele. I will be making a TikTok for that or YouTube story, YouTube short. So that'll be coming up this week. So we have Wayfair, Zoom, candlelight concert. And just as a double whammy, because me and my cousin didn't do now we don't do a cousin date every month, but we are trying to do better with hanging out. We have similar styles when it comes to like concerts, bowling, bingo, karaoke, things of that nature. So we will be in comedy shows. So we will be going to a comedy show this week. I already bought my ticket, so like I said, like if I buy a ticket, I'm going. So for any instance that she decides she's tired, she doesn't want to go, she doesn't buy her ticket, I'ma go if I have to go by myself. By myself. We are going to Zany's to see Mike Goodwin. So he's going to be here. And I know I just said that I'm not good with the impromptu, but any day that I'm feeling a little froggy, and I want to leap, I do want to go see The Goat, which is an animated movie with Stephen Curry, Jelly Roll, Jennifer Lewis, and a few other people. I can go this week. Like I can go on Thursday. I can go on Friday. I love the candlelight concert. I can't wait. But in case I don't get to go, if it's still in theaters, I can go next month. And if I don't go, that's fine too. So we're gonna put that in parentheses. Pork chops. We put that in parentheses too. So I'm just going to type this up in my schedule document. So I write it down and then I type it up because repetition, it gets in your brain and then you're like, all right, cool. So I didn't do this for the grocery list, but I'm going to type it up. For my grocery list, I have ground turkey, spinach, rice, and juice. And if I just don't feel like going grocery shopping, minus the lasagna, like for the chicken, if I don't want to get white rice, or if I don't feel like going to the grocery store and I don't get rice, then I will probably do like peas or like mashed potatoes. And then we should probably be getting ready to go grocery shopping next week. Next week or week after next. Schedule it, baby. So I'm going to pull up my calendar. Well, no, I can look at that on my phone. So all this time, I wasn't charging my phone. Let me at least try to charge the laptop. So we have the Wayfair Zoom. I have to. We ain't did that yet. The candlelight tribute. Mike Goodwin. I don't have anything planned on Sunday. I think I'm just gonna go to sleep when I get out work on Sunday. So this is my. So that's what we're supposed to be saying on into schedule. So we wrote down the grocery list. We wrote down the meal list. Everything's in my calendar for the dates. The next thing is gym days, because we got to get back in the gym. We don't want to fall off. So for gym, I'm going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday will be the additional day. But we're going to take a break tomorrow because I may not feel like waking up. So we're going to do gym on Tuesday, gym on Wednesday, and gym on Thursday. This week, I work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, evening, Saturday, Sunday, morning. On Thursday starts my 6 days, so I work from Thursday to Tuesday, and I'm not off again to Wednesday, so 6 days straight. So I try not to put a lot of events on the days where I have to work the 6 days, but sometimes they just happen. So if my cousin is driving on Saturday for the if my cousin is driving for either of the events, I could get a nap. Candlelight concert. I plan to go to the grocery store on Wednesday. So if I go, the reason why I'm starting Tuesday is because I didn't talk to my gym partner, and she probably already got her day for tomorrow. So I'm gonna tell her Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but tell her that on Wednesday I'm gonna go a little bit closer to the time that our grocery store opens. So Tuesday might be 4:30 a.m. and then or 4 or 4:30, and then Wednesday may be like 5 or 4:45. Grocery store run. We're gonna use the gym on Thursday, and then we're gonna put gym in parentheses for Friday, cause Friday I do like to sleep in. My goal is minimum of 3, max 4. But then I'm also exploring with different things that I have at home. I do have a vibration plate that I want to start doing 3 times a week, 30 minutes, 10-minute intervals. Especially on those days where I don't feel like going to the gym. So I just might do my vibration plate whatever time I wake up tomorrow. Okay. Any questions? Anything anybody want to add? Something you're excited for this week? I know some people just like join on and listen. So I'll be trying to read the comments. But y'all don't be saying too much. So I appreciate you being here. All right, so that's that. Wrap it up. So we're gonna go to my goals list, and I'm just gonna like run over them. And then the last topic is budgeting. which seems to be like the major topic. So we should be done by 12:15 the latest. Also, Shayna, because I know you're watching. There's a book that came out called Where the Wildflowers Grow. It's written by Tara Shelton Harris. I seen a young lady, like I forgot to go back to her post, but I seen that she was in Dothan, Alabama for the first stop of her book tour. You know, I stay in Chicago. Chicago's a lit city. 9 times out of 10, maybe 7 times out of 10, most people who are doing an event, they come to Chicago, but I always miss it. I'm always out of town the week that the author decides to come to Chicago. So I did a little research and I checked her website, and she's coming to Chicago March 19th. I do work that day. I work in the morning, and I didn't already put it on my calendar. I don't. They normally don't do tickets for that type of event, but like sometimes they have the books. Cause I wasn't planning on purchasing the book, but the book looks beautiful. So I was like, I've read one night. I think she wrote. I don't know why I'm like trying to guesstimate when we have phones. Um, she wrote. Well, clearly she wrote Where the Wildflowers Grew. It just came out, like, it was just released this week. And then she also wrote One Summer in Savannah, which I haven't read yet, but I would like to. And then she wrote Long After We Were Gone, which I did read. And it was an interesting read. It was a lot going on with that. So I'm excited for that. So I didn't pin that. And that's one of the events that I plan on going to in March. Okay, so we're going to do... Move, move, move right out of my life. Move it right out of my life. Move, move. Okay, so Monday is the 23rd. Maybe not from 63rd. So everything that I just word vomited to you, it is exciting. I wanted to go to an actual book convention this year, but the one that I was looking up, I still may get a chance to go. It's just not on my weekend off. So the days that I go, I will have to know that I'll be like missing 2 days of pay because it's not my regular days, my regular days off. But I didn't put it high on my travel list. I just put it there. I wonder if she's coming to Houston. I should probably read one of her books first. No, I read the book first. It's just that, like, if you... I do plan on purchasing a book. Let me go. I'm going to go on her website right now, and I'm going to let you know. Also, I need another trip to Houston. So, I got to make sure that I see you when I actually come this time. I don't know where you was at when I was talking about it, because I definitely was like, who stay in Houston? It was only one person that told me that stay in Houston, and they still didn't get a chance to see me because they played on my top. Okay, we got Huntsville, Alabama, Florida, Tallahassee, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia. She will be in Houston, Texas today. Oh my God. She was at the Kindred Stories at 5:30. Well, yeah, she was at Houston today. I'm sorry, my love. Georgia, Louisiana, Ohio, North Carolina, South Carolina, GA, South Carolina. I'm trying to see if she may be coming back. Sometimes they do go to big cities twice. No. Hey, Didi, I'm a new follower. What's going on? How's your night going? First off, welcome. Thank you so much. I don't know, like, I don't really have a niche, but on YouTube, as far as long form, I'm doing vlogs right now. But this live is called a schedule live. I do it every Sunday where I talk about the 5 things that help me get organized for the week, which is a reading list, a budget, a meal plan, my schedule, my goals. And it's just something I go over thoroughly. I look at what days I want to go to the gym, what meals that I want to make, what events that I have coming up, family and friends' birthdays, the books that I want to read, if I want to watch a couple of movies. So this is kind of like a chit chat time where people get to ask questions. I tell people how to save money with grocery shopping. I tell people like how I plan out my week for the week. Thank you so much. I feel like people think that you always gotta like be doing something every day, and I feel like if I just take out this hour and a half to just kind of sit down and look at all of the areas of my life that I want to either enhance and grow in, then that kind of helps me get it together. And just because I plan something or I said unless it's like a ticket purchase, like if I say I'm going to this comedy show at 7:30, that's not going to change. But like I can say, oh, Wednesday I want to go to a cafe. Something could happen, so I could get called into work. The cafe could be closed that day. I can easily switch that to Friday. It's just kind of like seeing which pockets of time and area that I'm free, and like kind of giving myself like a schedule so I can create the discipline. But yeah. So I'm going to go over my goals briefly, just like based off of categories. And if you would like to watch it as you create your goals, I know it's February, but it's never too late to create goals. I did create a vlog. I did create a video of my 2026 goals. So my topics this year, or in general, is spirituality and contribution, health and wellness, finances, social media, hobbies, travel, personal development, relationships, and career. So it's nine topics. So for faith, spirituality, and contribution, my friend and I we want to volunteer once a quarter. So between January and March, pick a day. April through June, pick a day. So forth, so on. So we did pick a day. We picked a Tuesday. My friend, she has like her main job, and then she has like a secondary job that she do, and the secondary job really picked up. And like we're being more proactive about picking our friend dates and the days and things that we said that we're going to do to hold ourselves accountable. So we picked a date in March. We are going to Feed My Starving Children, which is a volunteer opportunity where they make meals to send to I believe send to countries, third world countries, to provide meals for children and people in other countries. And I know there's probably like homelessness and starving in Chicago, in the US. I don't know about any organizations that's helping with that, but that's just the first one we're doing. Maybe next quarter we can go to a food pantry in Chicago, or we can go to like I don't want to say play with dogs is like volunteering, but there's like different places where you can go walk the dogs, you can clean up in the area, you can play with the dogs and stuff like that. So that may be one that's on our list. I want to read the Bible more. I'm doing the Bible in a year, but not the way that it's doing it, because I'm a little bit behind. So I'm working on my own pace and not trying to overwhelm myself. So I just finished Exodus, not this week, but last week. And I'm debating about whether I want to start Job or go to Leviticus. But like the plan is only to read 2 to 3 chapters a day. But because I don't read my Bible daily like I should, I'm trying to grow to that. I tend to read between 7 to 10 chapters a day on the days that I go to the gym. So I've been kind of trained myself to, after I get home from the gym, come home and read my Bible. I hope by quarter 2, which is in April, I have like got to the point where I'm reading 2 to 3 chapters a day versus having to kind of like combine the chapters in 3 to 4 days. My church does have a Zoom Bible study. So if you're looking for a Bible study to join, we are on Zoom every Wednesday at 7:30, and Bible study is about an hour. So if you want to attend, you can definitely hit me up and I can send you the Zoom link. Health and wellness, want to exercise minimum twice a week, max 4. If you were on earlier, I did say that I had, I'm supposed to be writing this down. Now I don't want to write one goal for each topic. I'm trying to stick with like 3 goals that I want to follow, and they're mostly the same thing, which is go to the gym, cook your own meals, and do one other extra goal. But okay, that's not it. That's all right. That's okay. You're gonna pump our chest someday. Don't mind me. Okay. So we got go to the gym minimum twice. It's not really a goal because it's going to happen, but go on a cousin date, and we doubling up this week. And then always drink more water. So I do have a code. I do have a Codis water bottle link, and I have a Codis water bottle code. So if you've been looking or in the market for a new water bottle, you can use my link, and I get a little bit of coin back. I'm probably gonna post a video. Probably gonna post a post about that on my community tabs on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm trying to get better with posting on my community tabs. I don't really check the people that I follow. I don't check that community tab unless they supposed to post a vlog, and I'm like, where they at though? But I am trying to get better with posting on my community tab because it's just like posting on Facebook. And since I'm not on Facebook right now, I might as well post on my community tab. Drinking more water, adding more fruits and vegetables. Journaling once a month. Hey JR the boss. So I plan to journal once a month. I already did my journal entry for January, and I need to do one for February because February is almost out. But what happened was I lost my journal, so I just found it. So most likely I'll be doing my journal entry for the month tomorrow. I also have a bingo board for the year of 2026. So instead of doing a vision board, I broke down my goals of these nine topics. I broke them down into bite-sized goals like do a 5K, declutter my space, pay off 2 credit cards, and I created a bingo board. And one of my bingo board things is to journal at least 12 times. So essentially, it's once a month. But if I'm feeling froggy and I'm really in it, I'm talking about in it, then I could journal more. But that's that. Finances, which I'll talk about in a minute. Social media, I'm on hiatus with IG, TikTok, and Facebook. I'm only posting my travel content and event stuff. I just deleted TikTok and Instagram off my phone for the week to like really be off of it. At YouTube, I'm currently at 4,700 followers or something like that, but I'm not monetized. So that's why I decided to do the hiatus, to give myself time to focus on YouTube, create more content here, and to build a community here. So if you join, again, thank you. And y'all can get tired of me saying it. My hobbies this year is dancing, couponing, and baking. If you ever watched my infamous video that I went viral for on TikTok, this my age, 29. This my sign, Gemini. This is what I like, dancing, couponing, and baking. So I bake at least once a month. At least once a week. Max once a week, the least twice a month. I took my first dance class of the year last 2 weeks ago when I went to Atlanta. I'm still currently searching for a dance class that feels comfortable for me in Chicago. I keep saying that I'm a get back couponing, but it's really hard to get on the horse when you fell off. I stopped couponing back in 2023 when my car got stolen, and like it really broke me because couponing was obviously one of my top hobbies that I like to do, and I haven't really fully got back into it since then. So I'm giving myself a break for Q1, and I'm hoping to gear up to start back couponing in Q2 because my stockpile has definitely run low since then, and I need to restock on stuff like body wash and deodorant and other type of things that I used to coupon for. Reading, I read 144 books last year, but I only plan to read 75 this year. I read 12 books last month, so that means that I really don't need to read it all this month. And I knew because I was going out of town, I don't read when I go out of town, that I probably wouldn't read as much. And so far for the month of February, I've read 2 books. So we have that. Travel, if you stay in these states or these cities and you want to see me, let me know. Travel, we got Atlanta, Baraboo, Wisconsin, Akron, Ohio, Detroit, Michigan, Cleveland, Ohio, Miami, Florida, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and Las Vegas, Nevada. If you are a young lady or a woman and you want to travel and meet new people, I would encourage you to join us on our girls trip that we'll be taking in September to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. If you would like to know the dates or more information, you can email me at ddsaidso64@gmail.com. Personal development, learning a new skill, mastering the hobbies that I currently have, skincare, oral care, hygiene, hair care, getting a little bit better with my fashion, like not dressing to impress, but just like doing a little bit more. Um, Relationships with family and friends have been going really well. Planning those friend dates, planning those dates to go out with family, um, enhancing my relationship with money. In my career, at first I didn't have any career goals because I was like, I like my job. I really don't want to do anything else. But now they starting to play in my face, and I don't like that. So I may have to dust off the little resume and start to get on Indeed. And doubling back to finances because we're going to talk about budget, and that will be the last topic. I started a snowball. So it is my goal to pay off 2 credit cards this year. I budget monthly and weekly, so each week I sit down and I go over this. I just got paid Friday, so it's just like aligning which bills that I need to pay this week. Weekly money days, which is what I'm doing today, and saving $1,000 in my emergency fund, which I will start in July. I was going to start in July, but I kind of started this month. I'm doing, I want to say last month I think it was $40 every 2 weeks, so I was saving $80 a month from July to December, and that's how I saved $1,000. But this time, we just re-upped on car insurance, and we're saving $100. So I plan to save the $100, but most likely it'll be the $90. So now I'll be saving $45 every 2 weeks starting now to December. Jeez Louise. I don't know how much that's going to be, but I didn't calculate it. I just knew that I wanted to save something, and I had to save something. So I really didn't have it, but now that I know that our car insurance went down $100, that's what I'm just going to be saving that. Now, I probably should be using that to go to my debt, but I am working on other avenues to bring in more money, so that I could take the extra money that I'm making to put towards debt. So let's get into this budget, and I'm going to let you go. Okay. But the way that I do, because I've told you I put it in my Google Docs. So I have a budget Google Doc. I have everything, which is where I list all of like my bank accounts, my savings, and my debts. I have a savings doc where I'm looking at how much I'm saving. So I currently have saved $90 in the month of February. And I have a debt snowball doc where I'm looking at how much my debt is and how much I have to pay to have the 2 credit cards paid off by the end of December. Saving. Count your blessings. Name them one by one. Count your blessings. Name them one by one. And let me get my good old dandy calculator. Okay. Oh no, I don't want to get it. It fell. All right, thanks so much for staying this far. I hope that you have a lovely night. Hopefully the replay will, this part will only be like 10-15 minutes because I really do need to go. But for the newbies, I'm going to break it down how I do my budget. So as I mentioned, it's just kind of like a lot of repetition. So I have this sheet, which is called my currently monthly expenses. It changes as things go up and go down. I had a bill that went up, so I felt like I was struggling just a bit. But as I mentioned, my car insurance went down. So hopefully after the other little extra $10 from what I'm saving will go towards those bills that, $10 won't do much, but it'll be better than anything else. So it's like all of my bills, like rent, the different credit cards I owe, my gym membership, any subscriptions, phone bill, insurances. I am doing a debt consolidation. And my expenses are things that fluctuate, like my eating out budget, transportation, groceries, entertainment. For me, my transportation budget is definitely lower. I'm going to have to count and see how much it was I do this every month so I can kind of compare it to last month. Like you spent $100 on transportation one month, you spent 125 the second month, you spent 75 the third month. So I will take the average of those 3 months and create that new budget for my April, because when it comes to like food, as far as groceries and gas, those things fluctuate, because one day avocado may be 69 cents, the next day it may be $2.09. You just never know. So I have the main list of all my bills, all of their due dates, etc. And then I take that same list and I cut it in half. So on the left is my bills, on the right is my expenses, and I have my expense categories. Every month will maybe look different because, say for instance, I traveled this month for February, but last month I didn't travel, so I won't have a travel budget. I know in March I have to pay for a window sticker for my car. So I don't have to pay for a window sticker every month, but I know in March is when I have to pay it, so that's when it'll be put into my budget. Food and drink goes up and down because, like, when I cook more, my food and drink budget goes down. But if I'm feeling a little lazy and I don't want to cook that much, it goes up. Leisure is like if I want to go bowling, I want to go to a comedy show, and as I mentioned, I tend to plan for those things ahead of time. So, like, events that I'm going to in February most likely came out of my January budget. And then when I pay it, I just check it off and highlight it. So I take all of that. So like I said, it's just repetition. I take these two items and I get a blank sheet and then I write it in with the due dates. And when I pay it, I mark it with a yellow highlighter so that I know that I was an adult and I paid my bills. So say for instance, this example, if I got paid on the 20th, which was Friday, any bills that I have from the 20th to March 5th should be covered with that 20th check. There's no way that I should be trying to pay a bill that was due on the 18th on the 20th. So you want to use that check to keep you ahead. So bills that I have coming out this upcoming week is my car insurance, my Google storage, and my Kindle Unlimited. Everything else has already been paid. Oh, and rent, because rent is due on the 1st. I don't get paid again till the 6th. So that's how I kind of keep track of my money and where it's going. And then again, I have a debt snowball. So I write down all of my debts so that I can see them. I have them written down from lowest to highest. So for instance, if I owe $200 on one credit card, any extra money that I have coming, I'm going to put towards that credit card. I'm paying the minimum payments on all my other cards until I pay off that one card, and then I roll over it to the next. So I am doing the debt snowball method. And that pretty much just wraps it up. I know I said that really quick and fast, but in April, I don't know if you want to wait all the way to April. I may do something in March too. April is financial literacy month. So I will be doing more lives, and I will be doing more actual YouTube videos talking about how to save money on groceries, how to save money on traveling, how to what's the difference between a debt snowball and debt avalanche, how to create a budget, and just anything that I know knowledge of. I don't know anything about collections. I don't know anything about bankruptcy, so you won't see any videos about that from me. But that's pretty much how I plan my week. I do my reading list, I do my meal plan, I do my my schedule, my goals, and my budget. We will be here every Sunday. And if I'm not here, I'll either, like, say for instance, if I wasn't going to do this next week, I would mention it in the live, and I'll probably write a video. I'll probably write a post on my community tabs. So today is February 23rd. Next week now it's the 23rd, but next week is March 1st. I will definitely be here at between 10 and 10:30. So cut your notification bell on so you get a notification when I go live. Hey Inspire, how are you? Hope that you had a great day. I thank you all so much for watching, and I thank you all for watching the replay. I hope you have a great evening and a great week, and I'll see you next week.